Man, am I excited. Folks, we have seen the most competitive lineup, I think maybe even in Olympia history, unfold itself for this year's Olympia title. And that's not just in the men's, but straight across the board. Over 400 athletes qualifying this year. That does make this the biggest Olympia of all time. And I couldn't be happier that we're back here in Vegas. We're going to get to the athletes in just a bit, folks, but we've got a little business to take care of first. That, of course, is the weekend and how it unfolds. All the activities are going to be, of course, at the Expo. That's going to be at the Venetian. Very nicely put together. I think you guys are going to like what you see. A lot of sponsors have come back now that we've gotten past the COVID years. So it's great to have some of the big boxes coming back and setting up shop. Of course, you'll see all that action. Lots of new activities going on there, and of course, sponsors and events. You're going to see that everything's been supersized here at the Olympia. No greater year than this year, of course, with a record amount of athletes competing. But we always like to start things off right here with the press conference. And I'm glad everybody was able to come out here and enjoy it, because I think we've got a great show lined up for you. Folks, this show actually has been 3 years in the making, believe it or not. There's a lot of pieces that had to get put together, but this was actually going to take place a few years back. Got put off by the COVID. All the boys got together, and of course, Jake Wood. I can't see anything because of the lights, but here's Jake right down in front. Your Olympia owner, folks, Jake Wood. While other events canceled around the world, Jake said, no, we're not canceling nothing. Matter of fact, we're going to put the prize money up even bigger. We're going to have the biggest stage in Olympia history, and the show will go on, and history will be made. Thank you, Jake, for everything that you do for our sport. When you talk about putting the pieces together, like I said, almost 3 years ago, they were starting to put the pieces together. Then they had to do an 11th hour change. We ended up in Orlando. Turned out absolutely fantastic. But if I could tell you all the people that have to come together to put an event like this on, it would take me forever. But I got somebody better, and that, of course, is Dan Solomon. He's right down here in the front. What's up, Dan? Get up for your Olympia president. Actually, Dan, don't sit down. You know what? Why don't you come on up here, because you know this stuff a whole lot better than I do. So, Dan, come on up on stage, man. Just give me a couple minutes with you. Come on up, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the president of the Olympia, Dan Solomon.
Told you we'd get you on stage this weekend, all right?
I wore my lucky sweater. So let me tell you something, Bob. I got to be honest. The last couple of years, if you turned on the various business news outlets like CNBC or whatever news channels you watched all the industries around the world struggle as we were ravaged by a global pandemic.
And then that happened.
And along the way, we watched our friends and other businesses and other industries struggle. And we saw companies shrink. We saw people revisit the way they even do business. We saw company by company struggle in ways that were heartbreaking. And it was a tough thing to see. But what I learned over the last couple of years is that the passion, devotion, dedication that lives in this room can conquer anything, even a global pandemic.
Yep.
And I say this because there were more events held over the last year than we have ever held, thanks to the NPC and the IFBB Professional League. Outside of the United States, there was over 250 events, and they took place with record participation in nearly every measurable, whether it was sports nutrition companies, apparel businesses, exercise equipment companies. They were thriving and growing in the face of one of the most difficult times in economic history. And that really filled me to know how impenetrable we are when it comes to rivaling our passion against anything that comes our way. But with that said, you opened tonight, Bob, and you said to this crowd that this is the biggest Olympia we've ever had. I think it's important to tell you this, and then I'm going to sit down. I think it's important to tell you guys something as you're making your way around Las Vegas and the Venetian Convention Center, and of course, the Zappos Theater down the hall. That stage production is going to knock your socks off. But I will tell you that as you're going through this, what I'm about to tell you is not promoter bullshit. It is not hyperbole or nonsense or just stuff so we can hear ourselves say great things about what we do. What I'm about to tell you is a statement of measurable fact. When you look at our ticket sales, the Zappos Theater for our main production has been sold out for over a month. Earlier this week, we staged the Amateur Olympia where 800 registrations took place. It was the largest Amateur Olympia in the history of the time we've been doing this. Sponsorships are at an all-time high. This coming weekend, more than 400 IFBB professional athletes will compete in 11 divisions for more prize money than has ever been awarded in the history of bodybuilding competition. And it all adds up to one thing, and listen clearly. You guys are attending the biggest bodybuilding and fitness event of all time.
Yep.
And Bob, since they told us we are not allowed to drop mics, I'm just going to hand it back to you. Let's go.
Give it up for Dan Solomon. All right, well, like I said, folks, we've got a little business to take care of here today. I want to give a special thank you to Wolfpack. You can see their bags up on stage. They are one of our main sponsors here this weekend, along with Your Kratom. I see my buddy Kelly and his lovely wife right down here in the front. Good to have you guys here at the Olympia. You're going to see all kinds of people over this weekend. All right, folks, well, we can come to that time. The only question here, the athletes are ready. They're lined up. DJ Freddy's ready. Question is, where's my man Sid? Is he ready?
Bob, I was born ready. The real question is, are you ready?
You're asking me if I'm ready?
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Okay.
I think it's time to find out the best fans in all of bodybuilding already. What say you?
I say we go to the fans right here in Vegas and from around the world. Fans who are in Vegas, are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome reigning Bikini Olympia champion, Dorie. Please welcome Bikini Olympian, Lauralie Chapados. Three-time Bikini Olympia champion and the most winningest IFBB Bikini Pro of all time, Kaltwasser. 2020 Miss Bikini Olympia, Layug. And 2019 Bikini Olympia champion, Pecini.
God, I love this job. Bob Sandwich out here, I love it. Bikini Olympia. You know what? You guys got a whole lot in common. We got some multiple winners right here. We've got, there's Ashley right there. You kind of snuck in on me. Speaking of Ashley, she is the all-time winningest athlete in the IFBB. That's not just bikini. What do you got, like 140 wins now, or?
37.
37 wins. Here, interview her, Jen, so we can do this right. All right. It's been 7 years, though, since you got an Olympia victory. Three-time champ, also not been done before. So the accolades are piled up, but it's now been 7 years since your last victory. So how can you get back in the winner's circle, especially with this caliber of competition standing next to you?
As always, it's tough. It's anybody's game, though. You never know. So I feel confident about the package I'm bringing, so we'll see on Saturday.
Has anything changed in the 7 years? So you've been doing this for a while, which is to be applauded because it's not easy to be in your top. You're still winning shows this past year. You've been winning shows, obviously. Have you seen a lot of changes in the sport, in the bikini division itself?
Absolutely. Everything changes. The physiques have gotten better. Posing changes. But I think the biggest difference is just the talent pool is deeper and deeper every single year. So a new crowd of girls come in every single time, which makes it more competitive, better athletes every single time I step on stage. So never an easy task.
No, it certainly isn't. But best of luck to you, Ashley. Hope maybe you'll be 38.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be pretty cool. Janet Layug, you are back in the Olympia stage. We missed you last year, but you got this going for you. When you left, you were the champ. Took care of some biz, got some businesses going and other things. You got your own show now. Congratulations. But now you're back for the real business. And that, of course, is getting that title back from Jennifer Dorie. So she didn't beat you. You actually left it. Now you're back to get what's yours.
Yeah, Bob, thanks for, being back here. The doors are wide open. I'm excited to be back, and the bikini division has evolved since I left, and I've really enjoyed the process of prepping to get to the level, the caliber of the girls are at now, and I'm excited to show you guys on Saturday night.
Well, I don't know if Jen's excited you're back, but here, give her that microphone because...
Well, I just want to say one thing, Bob, because...
Platform is yours.
As a veteran and a former champion, coming back to this Olympia stage means much more than just the placing and the title. And for me, it's a platform to show women that when you set your mind to something and you put effort, you keep going after it, that you can achieve anything that you put your mind to. A sense of empowerment and confidence, and that's what this means for me.
All right. Very nice, Janet. I don't know if Jen's that excited that you're showing up because that's just more competition she's got to beat, but when she left, she had that title.
She did. She earned it that year. She looked incredible, and it's awesome to have her back. I think all of us up here, we're competitors. We come here for the competition, and it makes it more exciting for us. So,
Is she the biggest threat to you this weekend?
honestly, I think everyone is the biggest threat. Everyone up here is bringing their A game. I don't think there's one person who's not going to be bringing their best. We have the biggest lineup, and we're going to have the most competitive lineup, but my biggest threat is just myself. So that's
You are a threat, that's for sure, but you are the reigning champ right now. So when the smoke clears at the nighttime finals, will you and I be standing in the center of the ring having a conversation?
That's what I've been preparing for since I stepped up stage last year, so that's the plan.
All right, very confident, very nice. Jennifer Dorie, she's the champ. Speaking of champs, all you have done this past year, according to my notes. Ooh, let's see here. New York Pro champ, Pittsburgh champ, Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic champ. You hit the trifecta. That puts you in the driver's seat as the #1 contender from this year.
Yes, and it feels funny because I have a sandwiches of Miss Olympia, and I haven't earned a title yet, so just coming full circle to finish it. That's
You couldn't have asked for a better year. I mean, that's literally hitting the trifecta when it comes to shows. Probably the 3 biggest ones, the 3 most prestigious of the year. So you got to be feeling pretty confident. But you got 1, 2, 3, and 4 Olympians that you got to take out to get there.
confidence is no issue. I've worked and kept on working. A lot of shows. I think the bikini has elevated the standard this year, and to see all the competitors just bringing that conditioning, that hungriness for just bringing the best out of themselves, that's what I think it's been done this year. So I was competing not so long ago, so I think I'm ready, to just walk in and do my thing.
I like it. Why are you talking into this microphone when you're holding the microphone right here? That's my question.
I don't know.
You're still talking into it. Give her the mic. Kid Lauralie. Well, speaking of champs, Cisa Pecini, you won this title once.
Yes, and I'm here to win again.
Now, you've got an interesting story to tell. We always focus usually on the competition and who's going to beat who and all that. But your life story is very motivational for a lot of people out there. So we always like to use this platform for a few different reasons. But early on in your life, you battled anorexia and bulimia and such. And you overcame that, and you could tell this story to the people. I mean, it's out there in the universe. You put it on your Instagram. Because you took yourself from that point to world champion, to Olympia champion. I think that's something to really be proud of. And I know you go around, preaching this to a lot of the girls out there, a lot of self-empowerment, a lot of you can do this. But you tell the story.
Yes, every athlete has a story behind him, and I recovered from anorexia and I started competing. So this sport helped me a lot. And when I started competing, and now I know I need eat to have energy to do the things I like to do. And my life changed a lot, and the sport helped me too much. And I'm helped because I can show my history to another girls, and I always receive message from another persons. I'm helping another girls recovering from anorexia, so I'm so happy with this.
Well, we got 5 champs out here right now. There's, I believe, a record 65 going to be competing. Ladies, good luck on the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen,